Oh, I got destroyed right there.
Double knockout. Berserk.
Hello everybody, this is Tom Marks here with PC Gamer, and I'm taking a look at Brawlhalla. This is an early access game. It just went on Steam Early Access last week, and it's kind of the PC response to Smash Bros, right? The newest Super Smash Bros. Just came out for Wii U and 3DS, a couple months ago, and I love those games. So I was really excited to play this because the PC is missing that really pure beat 'em up brawler. You get into Towerfall and things like that, but that beat 'em up isn't there. And it's not what you might notice immediately. It's not quite that Smash Bros. Experience. But what nothing ever will be, right? That is an incredibly high bar to set yourself, your standards at. What it is it's a really fun little brawler, and it's something fun that it has, it's early access. It doesn't have too many characters. You saw them all there at the beginning. It doesn't have too many weapon and item types yet. It's only got 4 stages when I played it, but it's completely playable, it's completely fun, and it's got working online mode right now, a little bit of lag. You might notice if you see jumping at all. I am playing online here. I am Sentinel, the guy with the huge hammer right now. But it has working online. It had working plug-and-play controller support. When we played it in the office, we plugged in 4 360 controllers or 3 360 controllers and an Xbox One controller, and it just worked, The gameplay is polished. It is. It's just all the extra isn't there yet. There's still a lot to go to get from early access to a full game, but you can absolutely pick this up. The holidays are coming up, and if you have a lot of family and friends around and you have a copy of this game, it's something that you can plug all your controllers into and enjoy, especially if you don't have a Wii U and you don't have access to Smash Bros, but you want a similar experience. As far as gameplay goes, and I know I'm going to say a lot of Smash Bros fans, if you pick this up, you're going to notice immediately it's so much slower. And I don't mean that it's a bad thing. I mean that is a stylistic choice that they've made. They made the jumping kind of low gravity, you float a little bit, all the moves kind of take longer to hit, but it doesn't mean that that's bad. It just means that that's an adjustment to get used to compared to that. It's just different. The way that this works is you notice that people are picking up these weapons. Each character has 2 weapons that they have that besides their hands-free, and there are only 6 types of weapons total. So that lance was one, those guns are one, the hammer is one, there's a spear, a sword, and then these kind of double blade things. And each character has 2 of those weapons, and it looks like from the character select screen there's going to be a lot more. There's going to be probably skins, there's probably going to be customization and unlocking new weapons. None of that is in right now, but that's what they've promised. And I know what you just heard is probably terrible, right? That's what they've promised. I agree. I've been burned on early access games a lot, and I'm kind of burnt out on them. They promise a lot of things, and they don't ever deliver. So what you should do is if you decide to pick this game up, I believe it's $13 on Steam Early Access right now, is expect a game with some glitches, expect a game with, not quite polished balance and not quite polished mechanics, and a lot still to come, but don't expect this still to come. You should be buying a game on early access for what it has now. And what it has now is a fun little brawler to play with your friends. I'm not sure if there's enough here to keep me interested constantly. Again, it's hard not to compare the game to Smash Bros, especially when they call themselves Brawlhalla. But Smash Bros, you can sit down on a couch and you can play with your friends for hours and hours. This game, I don't know if I could do that. I'm not saying that it's not fun, because it is, but it might not be that same experience quite yet. You should wait till the game comes out completely to see everything it has to offer if you're not convinced by what you have right now. So the way the online works, or at least the modes I was playing, is you have these 4-minute sessions. You see, I did win, which I was very, very proud of. Now we're jumping into another game here. You can see a couple more of the characters and another one of the levels. It's 4-minute rounds. You know, you get kills, you get points. If you die, you lose points. It's just timed mode. In the actual local multiplayer, you can do stock mode. You can do lives, and you just kind of fight until you have someone runs out of lives. Now, this fight also, you're going to notice a lot more lag. I had a lot of lag problems this round, but for the most part, I did not notice many lag issues. One thing that was everyone that I played it with was really frustrated by, the top right corner shows you who's in the lead. It shows you how many points each person has, and that little kind of like obscure red quarter of a circle, or white, it starts out white, and as it gets more red, that means that you like get smashed away with more force. But it's just so small. It's in the corner. You can't see it. It's not easy to glance at while you're fighting 3 other people. Especially when this game does have AI, and the AI is not very good, but like it's competent AI for an early access game. But they absolutely need to change that UI in the top right. It's so hard to see what percentage you're at, to the point where you're just fighting and suddenly you'll just get tapped and just die immediately and be like, oh, I guess I should have checked that tiny area of the screen. You see that horn there? If you press the... Well, I'm using a controller here, so if you press X, you get to call in a thing. Hopefully there'll be more things like that. Hopefully there'll be more kind of varied item choices. Hopefully more weapons. I think this is all coming, but once again, you should not be buying it off of what is coming. You should be buying it off of what you see now. It's just a basic lesson of early access. And I'll say this again, I really did have fun with it. It was a cool little thing. It needs to be tightened up in a lot of places, but it's early access, you know, and this is a good example. You saw there me kind of going back and forth. The animations are beautiful. The art style is really nice. It's got nice bright colors. The music, the sound effects are all kind of crisp. It's got a lot of potential. But we'll just see kind of the release pattern with updates and things like that. It's a very decent early access game, though, in my book. I really liked Sentinel when I was playing him. The hammer and those double blades were my favorite different weapons. But there were alien characters. There was a pirate. There's, you know, the ninja. There's a samurai. There's a Mayan kind of Aztec character. It's a lot of varied things. And they did a good job making all the characters interesting and unique, especially when they're working with this brand new IP and they're inventing all of these characters. And each character has their own kind of special smash attack, too. You'll see that Viking guy will do that bear move occasionally. Oh, I got destroyed right there. But, like, the little helpers that bring you in, all the design is just it's really fresh and cute. Once again, if you buy this game expecting, you know, tons more content or Smash Bros, you are buying it for the wrong reason. You should be buying it because it's a fun little brawler, and if you want to play with friends and you want to play kind of, you know, with people in a room in a good couch co-op game, that the PC needs more really good couch co-op games, and this is one that is definitely fun right now. So, as you can see here, making my epic comeback, the double KO at the very end of the match, just to squeeze out the win. But I don't care, a win's a win. Thanks very much.